Yes, there it is. Yo, what's up, YouTuber universe, and welcome once again to another Nerd Swag chat with your friendly neighborhood comic book reviewer, Stephen Savelli, and the hashtag Nerd Swag anime enthusiast and expert, Ashtin, is joining us today. Ashtin, say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How are you doing today?
You got some pretty echoey cheers there.
Yeah. Yeah, the girls love me.
Yes, they do. Yes. We're going to do another episode of our quick, rapid fire Nerd Swag news. We did this 2 weeks ago, and we're going to try to do this every Monday. We're going to try to do between 15 and 30 minutes. So we're just going to cover off on nerdy and geeky news. And to start us off, Ashtin, what do you got? This has got to be very dramatic.
Oh, man.
I know.
I don't know if I can match that. All right, well, first on my list is Attack on Titan Season 2 has been officially announced for 2016. That's a ways off. I'm really surprised that they actually announced it since it's coming out. It's like a year and a half away, probably the summer of 2016. But it's definitely been something that people have been wanting for a while, so it's good that they're actually, letting us know instead of keeping us in the dark about it. But if you haven't yet, feel free to read the manga. The manga is really good if you're into that, or you can just wait for another year and a half to watch Season 2.
Yeah, so when did Season 1 end?
Season 1 has already ended. It's on Netflix, the whole first season.
Yeah, I saw it then, but when was the last episode? When did that air? Like a year ago, 2 years ago?
It was probably about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching it over, I think it was last summer. And yeah, it's gonna be a while. I don't know why they just keep doing it, but
okay. So when that comes back, do we know what network it's gonna be on?
I don't know if they're gonna go with a network because it did come to Toonami just recently.
Yeah.
It hit Netflix first before it actually went on Toonami, and it was on internet obviously before it went on network. But I think they're just gonna go with the online thing again. I think that is what works best for them right now. Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, in 1.5 years, you guys will have something to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll jump into my first thing, and that is Black Friday just happened. I know it's mainly in the United States because it's the day after Thanksgiving, but I know around the world there is Black Friday deals, and today was Cyber Monday. But some stats came out from InfoScout, which is a statistical company, and they did some stats on Black Friday consoles, and the numbers came back that 53% of consoles sold on Black Friday were from the Xbox One, which is pretty surprising. 31% were PS4, and the rest of the percentages were from, the Wii U. 360s and PS3s are still selling, which is pretty crazy, but Xbox One took 53% of the lion's share for Black Friday sales, and 90% of all consoles sold were bundled console packs. A lot of games coming for free with consoles during this time of the year, but it's kind of surprising that Xbox One did so big, taking 53%, but remember, PS4 sold a lot more last year, so there's less people to buy the PS4 this year, so it's only makes sense that Xbox One sold more, plus they just did a huge price drop for the Xbox One.
Yes, a limited time price drop.
Limited time, just in time to sell them all for holiday. That's right.
Yeah.
So you don't have a PS4 yet, Ashton. Are you going to pick up a bundle?
I'm really banking on my fantasy football league. I have a paid fantasy football league going, so if I just win one more game in the playoffs, I get like $300. So that's definitely going to be PS4 money right there.
Nice. So, 3 weeks into the season, I was like, dang, I should have made a fantasy football league with people on YouTube. That would have been like the funnest thing ever.
Yeah, that would have been pretty sweet.
Dang it. It's okay. We'll figure it out next time.
Yeah.
That's it for that, other than just 53% is a lot, especially when there's multiple consoles out there. Microsoft did basically their agenda and their scheme worked. They are outselling the competition.
Yeah. I think that's going to definitely change come when PS4 does a price drop. It's going to shift back pretty rapidly.
For sure. Are you going to try to get the white PS4 or are you going to stick with the black?
I'm probably going to go with the black. That way you don't get the scuffs and the dirty looking,
Yeah, you gotta go classic on them, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta go classic on them. Yeah. All right. What you got next?
All right, so I just got more Attack on Titan news. So in Japan, they're releasing a live-action movie for Attack on Titan, which is kind of weird since the series isn't even over; it just started. But promotional pictures came out for the movie that's supposed to hit fairly soon, and they actually look pretty good. Some of the characters don't look like their anime counterparts, but as long as they get the story right, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. We see Eren, we see Sasha, we see Mikasa, and I think just about everybody. I don't know how far they're going to go in this movie into the plot, but I wouldn't be surprised if the movie had its own agenda, different from what the anime and manga are doing. You can definitely go check these out just about anywhere if you type it up on the Google search engine. Promotional pictures, Attack on Titan live action movie. But everything looks good. The costumes look good. They're pretty true to the actual story, and I can't wait to see more. So that's really all I
Okay.
have about that.
So, Mike, how much of a budget does this movie have? Do you know? Is this a big budget movie over there, or is this kind of low key?
For Japan, it's
Oh, you're skipping out on us.
yeah, I know. I see the same thing.
So in Japan, it's
You
big
good?
budget. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in Japan, it's a high budget. It definitely doesn't compare to here, but
Right. Yeah. Of course. We just throw money and burn it.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Nice. I'll have to
yeah,
check those out. I've seen a few like fan made stuff, and they're actually pretty cool. So a real put together movie, it's got to be good.
I hope so. I really hope so.
For sure. Okay, so I'll hop into my next topic for us to discuss, and let's do it. Let's play a little versus, and I want to talk about the Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens trailer and the Jurassic World trailer. Just to play a little versus. Which one did you enjoy more? They're both teasers. Um, Pretty short.
I'd have to go with Star Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars, and it's coming out. It's going to be, after Luke and him passing on the gauntlet. So obviously, that's just going to be the bigger story and something that's just way far bigger than Jurassic Park ever could be at this point.
It's Jurassic World. Don't
Or,
shortcut it, Ashton.
sorry,
Okay? Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. You better get it right.
Same thing, same difference. It's like Disneyland and Disney World or Disney whatever. It's the same thing.
Yeah, you're lost. So this is what I want to hear from you guys, the followers and watchers. Let us know, which trailer did you like more? Not which one do you think is going to be better. Not which one are you a fanboy of more, but just strictly what you saw. Which one was better? I set it up like I was going to pick Jurassic World, but totally not. Star Wars Episode 7 was a way better trailer. The only thing I don't really care for is the tri saber with the saber with the
Yeah, I
uh
don't.
what does what so like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe they'll make it awesome, but if I was like doing saber or sword fighting and like we're like pressing against each other and you're pushing back at me, I would just stab myself in the neck because it's coming back at me. So like I don't know how that's supposed to help. It doesn't seem like it would help at all, one bit to me. But that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I really liked it. The Millennium Falcon looked mwah, and it definitely is J.J. Abrams. I was looking for some lens flares a little bit, but I the first time I watched it, I was like, this is a little hokey. And then I watched it like a few more times. I was like, no, I could dig this. It's weird seeing Star Wars so clean.
Yeah,
Um, I'm used to it being like gritty and it just visually the aesthetic of it is like so clean that it feels weird. I don't know if I'm the only one. If you guys, the viewers, if you guys felt that too, I would love to know that I'm not a crazy person. It just like it looked too nice and it just felt weird. Is all I'm saying.
I know
And
J.J. Abrams came out and said that he wanted to film this and with actual film,
yeah,
but I think it's just that technology with film is just so good nowadays. It still makes it look super clean.
yeah, it's stupid fresh, man. It looks very nice. And just to jump on Jurassic World real quick, dude, it looked corny. I'm just gonna straight up say it. It looked corny. That doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. Like I said, this is just what we saw. The visual effects didn't look finished, and It just looked corny. Like the mom's talking to the kid. She's like, "If someone comes after you, run." And it's like, yeah, it's gonna go. Like, first off, you never send your kids there, especially after what happened. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's interesting. So that's Star Wars 7 with the clean sweep. I think so.
yeah, for
All
sure.
right, so let's hop into your next item you got.
All right. So there has been a video game long rumored to come out for the plethora of Dragon Ball Z games that have already been out. This one is called Dragon Ball Xenoverse, um, and it's getting closer to its release date. So now they're releasing a whole bunch of pre-orders of what you could get pre-order and what the characters are going to be that are going to be in it. And it just was released that Jaco, the Galactic Patrolman, and Whis are going to be in the new game. And a lot of people don't know who Jaco the Patrolman is. So the
No,
creator,
no,
yeah,
one idea. No.
so the creator of Dragon Ball just last year came out with pretty much like a prequel to Dragon Ball.
Right.
And there's this guy called Jaco the Patrolman who shows up to Earth before Goku does. And what Goku is a Saiyan, so the Saiyans would send their kids off to different planets in order for them to take over the planets as a child, and then they would come to the planet, destroy the rest of it, and then sell it. So
Gotcha.
Jacko's job was to go around and patrol the universe pretty much, and he came to Earth in order to warn Earth that Goku was coming and try to protect the Earth from what was happening. But obviously things happen the way they still did still. And we're going to be able to see Jaco in a video game, which is kind of weird. I don't know what kind of moveset he'll have, maybe just kind of like a gun or something. But yeah, that's about it. And Beerus and Whis are in the new Dragon Ball Z movie that I'm sure a lot of people have already seen. So if you haven't, you can go check that out and get an idea for what these characters are like. And those characters will be in a video game.
Cool. That's sounds pretty fun. Um, did you say when that's supposed to possibly come out?
I'm not quite sure. I think they're shooting for spring release date.
Okay. Okay. I
Yeah.
love Dragon Ball games. Like they are epic as crap, and
Yeah.
I don't care how buggy they are. They are very fun to play.
Oh yeah. Just this button smasher, pretty much. You know.
Oh yeah, you gotta button mash, man. No one knows how to really play that game. They just people be acting like they know, but they don't know one bit what they're doing.
For sure. I totally agree.
All right, my next item is in this past week, Batman Arkham Knight Next Gen trailer was released. That was released by Rocksteady. They've been working on this game for a while. I think it was initially supposed to come out in October of this year, and it's been delayed all the way back to June of next year. And the trailer looks ridiculously amazing. They mixed in the gameplay with some cinematics, and the legit straight up gameplay looks fantastic. And they show some gameplay of the Batmobile, which is supposed to be the cool new addition to this game. And there's also news that they're having a really hard time compressing it down small enough to fit on the PS3 and 360. That it's just such a full game, and like the Batmobile sequences take up so much data that they're having a super hard time getting it to fit on that size of a disc, which sucks. But I have next gen console, so I'm happy for that, but it's kind of lame. They're gonna make it fit on the old consoles, but it's just how good is it gonna look? You haven't seen it yet, have you?
No, I have not seen a trailer, but that doesn't make much sense to me since they're both Blu-ray discs. How does that work if they're both Blu-ray discs? Don't you think they'd both be able to fit on each console?
Yeah, but the engine's got to be able to run it still.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
it's not just the size of the disc. It's like the frame rate and all that other stuff that needs to go into
Okay.
it,
Yeah, so they're
and the
gonna have to
draw
probably
and the draw distance and all that.
yeah, so they'll probably have to compress it down quite a bit in order to get it to work on those consoles, huh?
Right, exactly. And remember, the 360 isn't Blu-ray because
Oh
Microsoft sucked.
yeah.
Yes, Sony did not. They may have had a part of Microsoft not being able to get Blu-ray, but um,
Just a little bit.
you could buy like a 360 attachment where you could play Blu-ray stuff, but It was kind of lame sauce. So,
Yeah.
all right,
So yeah,
Ashton, what? Oh, anyway, yeah, the trailer looks amazing. You need to watch it. Everybody needs to watch it. Down in the description, I'll put a link to the trailer, so you guys could check it out. It looks awesome, and actually, it's two parts, and I think the second part came out either today or tomorrow. So, anyway, check them out. They're cool. What do you got next?
all right, so last on my list is, as of I think it was last week, Dragon Ball, the series as a whole, is now 30 years old. So that's a pretty significant achievement for any kind of anime and manga to be
For
around for
sure.
30 years. And it's still going, and there's plans to have it keep going. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Dragon Ball and its creators for all of the success over the past 30 years. So that's pretty much all I have about that.
All right, tight. Happy birthday, Dragon Ball. How about that? I
Yes.
won't sing happy birthday to you, but
Yeah, that'd be weird.
we could do some laughter. We just like I don't
That
know.
works.
I'm testing out if you can't tell everybody, I'm testing out these Google sounds that come with Google Plus Hangout. But before I jump into my next thing, this will be my last item. So if any of you guys that are watching live want to leave a comment or a question for Ashton and I to respond to while we're broadcasting, I would say right now is the time to do that. Because we're going to be done in about 5 minutes. So, yeah. Other than that, I have another announcement at the end of the show, so make sure you stick around for that. And I'm gonna talk about two things really quickly. The Green Arrow and Flash TV shows are doing a crossover this week, starting tomorrow night. So just like a comic book series, they're actually having a story that weaves through both shows. So it's a cool crossover event. They're gonna team up together, and they're also gonna fight each other, which will be pretty cool to see on TV. The CW is doing a pretty good job, and they look like pretty larger budget stuff for CW, and Flash special effects look awesome. So I'm super excited to see that crossover event. You don't watch either of those shows, do you, Ashton?
No, I do not. But I have been keeping up on just events of the show, so I did know about the crossover that was coming soon.
Gotcha. Awesome. Yeah. So that starts up. That'll be really cool. And the thing I'm going to end with is every week we do this, I want to do a comic book spotlight for you guys because I know it's really hard to get into comics if you're not into them. You walk into a store and you see hundreds of titles on the wall, and that can be kind of intimidating. So what I want to do is every week just show you like one or two comics I think would be a good starting point for you guys. If you're not big comic book nerds, I think that'd be something cool to do. And the first book I want to show off kind of ties into Arrow and Flash, and that is last month, Deathstroke issue number 1 came out, and this is written and drawn by the same person. His name's let me not mess this up. I'm pretty sure. Yep, this is made by Tony Daniel, and this comic book is $2.99, $2.99. And if you like anti-heroes or you like, let's say, a little more adult action, violent reading, then I think Deathstroke is a great book to start up on. There's 2 issues out so far, so you're a whole $6 behind, and these are coming out, I think, once a month or every 2 weeks, one of those two. But this is a fantastic book, and I highly recommend it. This is a DC book that if you like the Arrow TV show, you like Slade Wilson, or you like anything about Deathstroke, it just started for DC, issue number 1. So I would definitely hop on that. Yeah, you might like these, Ashton. They're pretty cool.
I'll have to go check them out.
And here's one that I very highly recommend. This is not a superhero comic book. This is not from Marvel. This is not from DC. This comic book is from Image Comics. And if you don't know much about Image, they are the people that publish The Walking Dead and a few more adult-like comic books. And this comic book is called Birthright. This comic book has 2 issues out. And what it's about is a kid that was playing one day, this guy down here, and he got sucked into a different universe where this guy lives, and he was found and told that he's the savior of their world. And he's just a little kid. He has no fighting background, nothing. He's afraid to hold a sword, and he is the savior of their realm. And he's trained by this giant guy and a few other people to be a warrior. And it's not a superhero book, but it's a fantasy book. And it's really, really cool. And this is something I'd recommend to like the highest degree. And I just want to show it off because it's not a superhero book. I know a lot of people think of comic books and think of superheroes, but that's not what it's always about. So He's like the inside of one of the pages. Anyway, it's a really cool read. It is rated teen, and I would check out Birthright. This just started 2 months ago, I think, and we're only 2 issues in. So, yeah. Anyways, that's my comic book spotlight. That took a few more minutes than I thought, but I want to use this as a forum to like introduce some comics to people that might not read them. Ashtin, you got anything else?
Well, I've been kind of slacking on my anime reviews, so I plan on coming out with a anime series review later this week for the anime called Gurren Lagann. It's been on Toonami as of late. So if you guys have watched this or are interested and have heard things about it, but you don't know if you should get into it, make sure to check out my review, and I'll let you know what I think about it.
Cool. That's awesome. I'm excited to see that. And the only thing else I have, because we don't have any questions from the viewers, is we're looking to do a kind of a panel discussion just like this, where I have multiple people. I'm thinking about having 2 or 3 guests on. So there might be 3 or 4 of us on a broadcast at a time. And what I want to do is a live Q&A session, but what we need is questions from you guys, the viewers. So down below in the comments of this, it'll be on YouTube by the time most of you watch this, leave some comments that you would like a panel to answer that's nerd related, whether it's anime, comic books, movies, TV shows, science, technology. They can be silly questions, but we need a handful of questions that you guys would like us to answer. And if we don't know the subjects, everyone will have homework, and they'll have to go research the question and figure out an answer to them. So please, if you guys could leave us, you can leave us as many questions as you want down below, and we will pick our favorite ones. But we're looking to do that in the next 2 weeks before the Christmas holiday time. So a Q&A video, looking forward to that. But we need your guys' help. We don't want to just pick our own discussion points. So those would be appreciated. I think that's it for the broadcast. We kept it pretty short. I think we're running out 20-ish minutes.
Something like that.
Yeah. Do you have anything else that you'd like to talk about or promote, Ashtin?
Actually, check out our SoundCloud. We actually have a SoundCloud now. We'll be uploading our podcast from these videos onto the SoundCloud, so you guys can listen to these at your convenience if you want to. So go and check that out.
Cool. Other than that, a reminder, guys, we need your questions. We're really looking forward to it. I'm looking to get people on here that aren't just from Nerd Swag. So if you'd like to participate, or you'd like to recommend somebody, or I might find surprise guests to join us, it should be pretty fun. But we need, like I said, need your questions. Other than that, I think that's a night for us. This is another episode of the Nerd Swag News, where we do a quick chat on the news for the past week for all things nerd and geeky related. The other thing I have is thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like the video. Thumbs up just takes a second. Subscribe if you haven't. What's going on? And if you are a YouTube creator, give us a link down below in the comments. I'd love to check out your stuff. I love seeing new people's things. And until next time, we will see you guys later. Hasta la vista.